Hello everyone. Today is finally the day where we complete part 1 of my Ultimate Survivor World. I know it's been a long time since I've uploaded, so I really hope you enjoy. And let me know in the comments down below what more you would like to see in this world after you watch the whole video. And be sure to like and subscribe if you want to. I'm not going to force you to do anything. And, well, let's get right into it. Now we're going to start here in the castle for today. And if these villagers can stop walking through me, you might be able to see something interesting in this castle that I've added. Now, this is the castle square. Looks kind of normal, if you ask me, for a castle. And then here's the place with Jaden. Yeah, I added NPCs all over this map, and I know they don't have the best skins, but with them we can get custom dialogue and trades. So like Jaden says, coins in the well, ... Who is dying and why? I don't know. Anyway, the well. If you turn around, there's some stairs right down here, leading into the lockup. Now this is where the kingdom puts everybody who's just done wrong in this kingdom. Like this guy. He's looking straight into my eyes and it's kind of creepy. Well, lightning sure does have an atmosphere to it, doesn't it? Anyway, there's a guillotine down here where they execute people. No, I don't know. No, they don't execute. I don't know what they do. It's not in use anymore. And then over here we have the guards chambers. Some fun, a map of the kingdom. Kind of cool. And then, yeah, that's really all there is to it. However, there is this one empty cell. And this cell is where the Great Bandit used to reside. And when I say Great Bandit, I mean the Great Bandit Martin. The one who stole many, many treasures from the kingdom before getting arrested. He was put in this cell, and then he stayed here for quite a long time. There's a painting on his wall, and that's the only thing he could look at day in and day out. When he was put in here, he got so lonely every day until he devised a plan. He realized that one day, behind his painting and through the wall was the well. Knowing this knowledge, he took it upon himself to make a hole through to the well where people would throw coins. Every day after people threw coins in the well, he would use them and collect them. Eventually he collected enough coins to bribe one of the guards to set him free. He stole more valuables for the kingdom before leaving and, well, was never found again. But those are probably just old stories. Now, from the castle, by the boat docks, if you come along the river, there is a mysterious house on the riverside. This house belongs to a witch. A very nasty witch at that. Who is currently sitting in the cauldron. Are you stupid or something? Anyway, this witch has a cat And if you guessed that this was the updated version of the Witch's Hut, you would be correct. This is the updated version of the Witch's Hut. Tried to make it as witchy and magic as possible. And I'm going back and refilling the chest later, so don't get your tail in a knot. And let me tell you something about music discs. Whenever you see amethyst shards or amethyst crystals around on their own, not with a geode or anything like that, that usually will mean that there is a music disc nearby. And in this case, that is true. I put the second music disc right here. Now, yeah, that's really it for the Witch's Hut. There is some lore that I will read you from the music disc. And if you don't want to have spoilers, click off right now because this map probably will be available to download when I'm done. So if you don't want spoilers, click off the video now or skip ahead. The witch that lives by the river's edge was once a quiet little girl who lived in the kingdom. She had a dark secret in that she liked to experiment with magic. One day, one of her potent potions killed an innocent villager in the kingdom. The little girl was banished forever by the king. Before she departed, she stole many magical items from the castle. She fled to the riverside and built herself a house. Nobody dared go near as they were afraid she would curse them. Those who have seen her say that she is ugly and she doesn't take kindly to visitors. And that's the second music disc. To showcase these, I'm going to be in spectator mode because I don't want any of the traps going off accidentally because one of the mobs was spawned. But it's time for the dungeon. This is an updated spider dungeon. It is in the same cave as the shipwreck, which is over there. Now, keep in mind, I'm trying to update every structure in this world, so including dungeons for every regular mob type. And so these pressure plates, when you step on them, have a little bit of a nasty surprise for you when you get in here. There's the spider spawner, a couple of chests, and these are what deliver said nastiness from those. If we go down this hallway, it's just a loop. There's some more chests. There's some winding maze of dripstone with a trap. And then another chest and another spawner. And through the cobwebs, we have one more chest. Now, besides the cave spider spawner dungeon, or the regular spider spawner dungeon, I probably will put cave spiders in there too. If we head out over this way, by the bridge, underwater, there's a little bit of something special. These are the updated ocean ruins. And at first, they don't look like much. They kind of just look boring and bland with a drowned. And one singular chest. Now, those who have sharp eyes will notice that this chest is trapped. And if you open it, well, this piston right there shall retract and all the sand and gravel will fall down. And you will be trapped within this dungeon. And down here, things are not very nice to you. Oh, I'll put a lantern down so I can see. And then down here, things are not very nice to you. There's a drowned spawner. There should be pufferfish in this water. I don't know why there's not. And then you have one chest with 3 little guardian turrets here. Now, inside this chest is a whole host of treasure. And using NPCs, I'm going to make a quest for the heart of the sea in there. So that will be a fun thing for you guys to do and explore. So here we have the village. If you go from the bridge, you can easily find it. I tried to make a house for every single profession, such as this one, which is the farmer's house. Now, the kingdom's flower is alliums, so that's why there's literally alliums everywhere. There's just so many. And here's an NPC again. Pete, being a farmer is rough. I would agree if I was a farmer, but I am not. So, and then over here, we have the leather worker. Mario, why are you here? Excuse me, Mario, go. You're not even supposed to be here. You'll learn about Mario later. He's not supposed to be here. And the kingdom's currency is gold coins, not emeralds. But when trading with NPCs, you will have to use emeralds. So, just FYI. And that was the leather worker's house. Over here, we have the fisherman's house, even though there's no barrels anywhere, so it's kind of pointless. Up here, we have the wood cutting places. And this is where the stonemason works, even though it literally says stone in his name and not wood. And then this is the blacksmith's house. Please feel free to give Fido a treat as you pass. Yeah. Yes, do that. Fido is a good boy. Fido is a very good boy. And inside the blacksmith's house, we have all kinds of armor, weapons, a diamond chest plate, this random two guys standing here for no reason at all, and then, well, the chest with stuff and gold coins. And then right over here is the mine, where the blacksmith gets all his materials. And there is a way to get down here in survival. There's the crane holding stuff right there. But the way you get down here, it's kind of complicated, but you have to use the vines, and you have to kind of go slow. Because villagers keep falling down here and dying. I don't know why. But you use the vines, go slowly so that you don't die. And then this is the mines, where basically all the materials are gathered for the kingdom. And I actually had to record this segment twice because I forgot to hit the record button on the first time, so that was nice. Over here is where they store everything. Arlo. What? I was not stealing. I was admiring. Yeah, admiring. Yeah, sure, dude. Okay, alright. You know what? Okay. And then my friend pointed out to my attention that there were no bathrooms in the kingdom anywhere. So I went around and I added these outhouses everywhere just to put bathrooms in the kingdom. So now there's bathrooms kind of everywhere. I tried to keep it medieval, so that's why I kind of made them outhouses. Here's just some more storage. There is Roger down here. I cannot believe my pickaxe broke. Maybe because it was made of gold. Yeah, I think that was your problem. Also, how are these guys taller than me? That's rude. Anyway, another amethyst geode. No music just there. I promise. And then the way out is up here. You kind of have to finagle your way out because it's a little steep and rocky. Just a random minecart in a chest with nothing in it. And then there's some stairs up here, which will lead you into the big allium field on the other side of the mines. And if we go back to the village, this is the marketplace. Now, there's 3 different stands in custom trade NPCs in every single 3 of them. So like this one, fresh allium-based honey with Beekeeper Sal. I will trade you 4 emeralds for 10 honey bottles if you want, dearie. Okay, I'm gonna trade and I'll show you how it works. Trade. She says, I hope you have a great day, honey. Get it? Honey? No? Alright. So yeah, you use emeralds to trade. And they have custom dialogues and play this cool sound when you trade. And then this one just has honey blocks and some random stuff everywhere. Some gold coins and a bee suit. Over here, the magical marble shop. You could steal everything from here, but it's not as fun stealing everything from here. There's some cool stuff like end crystals, potions, spyglasses, hearts of the sea, totems of undying, goat horns, elytra, that kind of stuff. And this guy isn't really what he seems because of all this skulk down here. And you'll learn more about that in a little bit. So, oh, I fell. Oops. But the magical merchant. hello, I will trade you 25 emeralds for 5 bottles of Dragon's Breath and 4 netherite scraps if you would like. Sure, I'll do that. Fantastic day. Great, okay. So I have 4 netherite scraps and 5 Dragon's Breath. And then the last place is the Mangrove Swamp Specialty Shop with the swampy seller, Sarah, selling everything. And, of course, Marvin, who is a troublemaker, and that's why he's on a leash. It's not for any other reason. And then if I trade with her, she will say, oh, Marvin, always getting into trouble. Oh, hello. Would you like to trade 15 emeralds for 5 mangrove propagules? And Marvin here? Sure. And I'm not taking Marvin. What? Marvin! Silly Marvin. Always getting into trouble, as Sarah says. I'm not taking Marvin so that he can still be there for you guys when you can eventually download this map, so. And then up here, we have the Sweetberry Farm back there where the farmer is. Here is Janice. You'll learn more about Janice in a little bit. And then in here is the cartographer and librarian's house. And then over here are some more civilians' houses. And then there's this sign that says Darren's Tavern 100 blocks ahead. And over there is Darren's Tavern. But first, let's make a pit stop to talk to Nate, the beekeeper. If you leave the bees be, they will leave you be. Ouch. Very punny, Nate. And then over here is Nate's house. Oh, I don't know who that is. Anyway, tons of flowers, tons of sweet berries, coins, seeds. Let me change the weather because I don't like it. So then here is Shelly the sheep. Shelly the sheep, 25 gold coins, PS very noisy. Honestly, you could just steal Shelly the sheep, but I wouldn't recommend it. Also, while we were building this pen, my friend and I, Shelly died like 17 times because of wolves everywhere. And then we have the Fresh Farmer's Goods shop when he is selling just a ton of like farmer stuff. And here is Olo. I used to sell grass until a customer picked it up right in front of my shop and walked away. Would you like to buy 15 wool for 2 emeralds? Sure, ma'am. Yeah, funny story about that. My friend was actually the one who built this shop, and instead of bread in this item frame, it used to be grass. And then I pointed that out to her, and we laughed about it for a long time. And we talked about how he would make no profit off of it, so we eventually just changed it. But it got a funny story out of it, which was good. And then here's just another farmer's house and some animals over here. Also, we had to name them so they wouldn't despawn, so. And then right over here is Darren's Tavern. Is Darren's Tavern. Now, there's so much lore behind this that it's going to take a long time to explain it all. Also, I forgot to mention, we added more of these little carts all around the kingdom. So if we go inside Darren's Tavern, right over here, we got Darren, my man, the boy, Darren, selling things. They're potions, but I promise you they're adult beverages. So if you talk to Darren, you can't actually, talk to him. But if you press this button, you will get a random drink. Apple smoked ale. Nice. Cool. Fun. I hope I don't get demonetized because of this. Anyway. There is Darius. Okay, Darren's family. We need to talk about this before we talk to Darius. Darren has the worst life ever. Let me just, he doesn't get very many customers. If we go up here, there's one customer. That's it. And then this is where Mario should be, Mario's sleeping quarters, but we'll go over that in a second. He doesn't get any customers, so he's basically running a tavern that makes no money whatsoever. And then his family tree is just huge. Look, this is Darius, Darren's sister. I have been told the nearby cemetery is dangerous and that you can hear weird noises coming from it during the day, but mostly at night. So there's also, he has to provide for his whole family tree, including his sister, which she's annoying in lore. And then down here, storage. It says storage, but really it's Darren's living quarters and Darius's living quarters. So Darius is Darren's kid. Now, it just gets worse. If we read Darren's diary, I wish Darius would move far away or at least make some currency. He's a lazy parcel of... Maybe I should not continue that. I wish my wife never left me. So this guy has to provide for his sister, his kid, and his wife left him while maintaining a tavern that makes no money. And then it just gets worse. Oh, Darius doesn't have a diary. Oops, I forgot. Anyway, if we go out here, Mario should, or if we go upstairs. Now, the lore behind Mario is that he's a plumber, and I'll tell you more about him in a sec after we read the diary. So then, Mario's notes, right in here in Mario's living quarters. Sometimes I regret my career choice. I have always wished to own a pizzeria and sell fresh cuisine to the kingdom. Instead, I'm stuck with this plumbing job. Sometimes I break the outhouse toilet just to fix it again. I hope nobody reads this. I'm so fed up with my brother. He's so annoying and I'm fed up with him. I'm making him sleep outside in the shed now. Okay, I'm coming clean. I'm from the future. I was curious to see the past and how they prepared food back in the medieval times. I made the stupid mistake of bringing my brother with me and he broke the time machine and we got stuck in the past. Now I'm stuck in the good-for-nothing Stone Age with my insufferable brother Luigi. You may be wondering how nobody's caught me yet. Well, people in this time can't even fathom time travel, so I've made a persona of being Darren, the tavern owner's cousin. Somehow he believes me and is letting me stay here. People are so very behind the times here. Literally. So, Mario. Oh yeah, and we got his plunger, his lucky plunger right there. Anyway, Mario used to work at this outhouse outside Darren's tavern just all the time. He literally went in there like 7 times a day. But then somehow he went missing. And then the new Mario, well, you saw the new Mario. He's over there working as a leather worker now. So that lore is kind of busted now. But yeah, that's really what happened. And then Luigi, Mario's brother, sleeps out here. So, get out. So Luigi, Mario's brother, sleeps in this shed. Oh my god, and he has a lot of visitors. Anyway, Luigi. I tried to just make him as weird looking as I possibly could. Anyway, if you talk to him. Is Mario still mad at me, I wonder? What was I doing again? Oh, right, you're here. I was telling you about Mario. One day we were brought here by a time machine which it accidentally broke, and he got so mad that he made me live in the shed outside while we were pretending to be Darren's cousins. And he actually believes it. Mario's life is so sad now, he breaks and fixes the outhouse so many times a day just to keep himself preoccupied. Right, what was I doing again? Oh yes, I was trying to smack that stupid bug in the corner. Yeah, so now we learn that, oh my god, get out! Now we learn that Darren's life is so bad, he has to take care of himself, his kid, his sister, Mario, and Luigi, while running a tavern that makes no money. And his wife left him. This poor guy. His life is just so bad. But don't worry, it just gets worse. Darius's house is up here. Darius is Mario's sister. Except for somebody took it over. I don't know who that is, but they shouldn't be here. And then right up the hill, guess who else Mario has to provide for? Darren's. No, not Mario. Did I say who has to? Anyway, Darren has to also provide for Darren's. Get out. Who has Fluffles as his pet? Darren's dad. I haven't gotten sleep in years due to this good for nothing graveyard and those spooky ghost noises it makes. Try to tell people about it and they always say, oh, go to bed, old man. Or do you need medicine for your ears? They always pass me as some old fool who has amnesia and hears things. Darn whippersnappers. Yeah, it's very funny. And the graveyard he's talking about is that one down there, which we'll go explore in a minute. And then My Diary by Darren's. Hallelujah. If you read it, oh my god, I'm turning the weather to clear so that this guy can get out of here. Leave me alone. Let's see. I'm sick and tired of this kingdom. Everyone thinks I'm a fool. I only stay for my children, especially Darren. He's pretty successful. For some odd reason, he refuses to show me his house, though. Fiddlesticks. I have finally run out of eggs to throw at Darren's house. Darreness's house. Doreen's house. I forgot her name. You'll learn who Doreen is. Wait, I know. I will buy some for my good friend Olo the farmer. Haha. I will go a day earlier to anger my son's ex-mother-in-law. This will be hilarious. Yeah, get out. Just shoo. So, Darren has a feud with Doreen. Oh, this is great. And as you can see, Doreen's house is completely egged. Doreen, Darren's mother-in-law. So, Doreen is Darren's wife's mom. Ex-wife's mom. Darren's father and I hate each other so much we decided to pelt each other's houses with eggs on Saturdays. He attacked a day early, and my house reeks. That cookie-eating, fuffles-owning, ghost-hearing, cobwebbed house, egg-headed, wrinkle-colored, lying, squid-faced potato jockey. Well, I had better make cookies for Pickles now. Ta-ta. So Darren's life just keeps getting worse and worse. And then also, this is Pickles. So, she has a pet pufferfish named Pickles, who she feeds cookies, where she makes them in the furnace outside. Darren's life is so bad, but that's not even half of it. Over here, Darren's brother, it just keeps getting worse. I've been told there is an ancient axe in the nearby cemetery, a relic from an age of darkness that wards off any enemy it faces in battle and strikes more than just a chill into their hearts. So now there's also Darren's brother-in-law. And, well, we have also Daryl the horse. Can you see why Darren's life is so bad now? Man, I could never. But that's not even half of it. If we come over here, back to Janice, guess who Janice is? Darius's girlfriend. That's right. Darren's kid has a girlfriend. My boyfriend Darius is so cool. He says he owns half the tavern and he has his own big house. Oh, he's so dreamy. He would never lie to me about anything. So sweet. Yes, he would, Janice. He lives in his he lives in Darren's basement. And he doesn't own anything. It's so stupid. But that's not even the worst part. If we go back to the blacksmith's house and we go up to this balcony, guess who we find? Darla, Darren's ex-wife. My ex-husband Darren's life is a complete mess. I sometimes wonder why I did not leave him sooner. I stole all of his emeralds before I left, and I paid that old plumber fool Mario to keep quiet. Our son decided to stay with him. Who knows why? But now with my new husband, I'm living the life. Sure, he smells like soot, but he made me a diamond ring, which is the important thing. This girl is so awful. Like, Darren's life is just garbage. Darren's life is just hot garbage. I feel so bad for Darren. It's hilarious. Let's just say, Darren, you have my condolences, buddy. Anyway, move on to the next part, the cemetery. Is the graveyard. And I want you to listen for a minute. Yeah, this place is terrifying. It's bad. It's terrifying. There's spawners everywhere. You remember how Darren's brother was talking about this place and how there was an ancient axe here? Yeah, if you're brave enough to face this place and go in here, there's a chest with some pretty good stuff in there. That's not going to be nice. Nameless Axe. Sharpness 5, Silk Touch 1, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4, and Mending. Along with a Curse of Vanishing Book, a Curse of Binding Book, and a Soul Sweep 3 book and some binding books. Is it worth it? I don't know. That's up for you to decide. But I'm thinking it's probably not. This place is terrifying. And I don't think I'd ever want to go here ever. Yeah, so that's the graveyard, and I could never. No. And one of the things of lore behind this place is that any animal or human that comes in here will die within a day. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Also, before we go on to the next area, I took inspiration for a lot of this from Minecraft Dungeons. So if you recognize some stuff or it looks similar, like the Nameless Axe, whereas in Minecraft Dungeons, it's the Nameless Blade is a unique, then yeah, that makes sense. It's a lot modded or taken from Minecraft Dungeons. So that's fun. On to the next place. This is the next music disc location. If you don't want to be spoiled, leave the video now. Like right now. Okay, good. Good. Anyway, from the village, you can find it if you head to this little forest right over here. And there's the castle. And before we explore that, we have to go back to the music disc that was in the first episode. Right above this waterfall, down in this cave, is the first music disc. Now, I won't open the music disc to show you which one it is, but I will read you the Book of Lore. So, spoilers now. Leave, all of you, leave the video if you don't want to be spoiled, or just skip ahead. Actually, yeah, you should just probably skip ahead. Just skip ahead. Anyway, the princess many years ago, her name lost to time, had kept many secrets from her father, the king, and the people. She would often go into the wilderness and come home near dark. Nobody knew what she was doing or where she went, but they saw that she seemed happy. They say she would take her sword with her, the one gifted by her mother. One day the princess did not return home. It was just as if her and her sword had disappeared. People have searched for as long as they can remember. She went missing for her sword, but it was never found. So, her sword, missing, never found. Cool. Yep, princess. I also took inspiration for this world lots of, from The Legends of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So it's kind of like Zelda and her duties that she didn't want to do and her father made her do anyway. So if we head down here, there's a way to get down here. You just use the vines. If we head down here, we can see this lost sword. So this is our lost sword, and it has some really good enchantments on it, but I'm not going to show you those because no spoilers. For you guys, you'll have to figure out what the enchantments are on your own. And this is the next music disc. As the kingdom grew, the patches of skulk became more noticeable, popping up throughout the kingdom like shoots of grass in the morning sun. The king tried everything to rid the land of the stuff, using tactics like poison, TNT, and any other idea he had. Alas, it was to no avail. Eventually, a large cavern littered with skulk was discovered. Upon further explanation, it led down to a mysterious and abandoned city covered with skulk. There was also a large portal that radiated the skulk's power. So, cool. Large ancient city. I bet you can guess what that is. And I need to update that still. So that will be in part 2. So, yeah. Next, let's talk about the mountains. So starting off, we have this amethyst geode here. Since technically it is a structure, I did need to update it. So, just little cool updated thing over by the castle. No music disc, unfortunately. Up here, we have the updated igloo with a cute little dog, some icy random stuff. And then up here, we have a little fishing pond, some salmon, a fishing rod, some other stuff. Yeah, so I needed to update the igloo structure, so this is the updated igloo structure. Fun times. Anyway, there's not really much to see here, or is there? Right here, by the armor stand, like some normal igloos, there is a secret trapdoor. And this will lead you down into a cellar with mostly food, except for those Frostwalker diamond boots, which I thought was a fun little place to find them. So, cool. Anyway, down here is a chest stuck in ice. What's in this chest, you will have to figure out for yourself. But I can tell you, there might be a chest attached, or a quest attached to it. There might not be. You'll have to figure it out when you play this game. And trust me, whether there is or not, it's definitely worth coming over to this chest. Avoid the powdered snow. I'm falling, I'm sinking. Right by the pillager outpost. We're not going there yet. Around here, we have the Moldy Cave. And now this place is interesting. Because it doesn't fit with the rest of the kingdom. Or at least you wouldn't think it would. And it almost seems like, ew, this place is gross. Why would you come here in the first place? There's things that can kill you everywhere. That shouldn't be there. Anyway, well, there's something fun about this place. So the lore behind this place is that one of the tactics the king tried to use to get rid of the skulk was a type of mold that took over whatever it happened upon. And, well, a spore of the mold escaped contamination and landed in this cave, and this is the result. Gross, I know. It's just a lot of warped stuff, end rods, hanging roots, some wither roses, mycelium, prismarine, just a ton of blue and gross looking blocks. Cool little waterfall. Now, the fun thing with this is that there's these pressure plates on the ground, and each one of these will have, like, a mold-related effect. So, like, this one gave me speed, and it just kind of looks like mold particles, so that's kind of what it is. This one will give me, slowness. Kind of looks like mold particles, too. They each give some random effect. There's 4 of them, so we've seen 2 of them. This one gives poison, so it means that over here it's kind of like more poisonous, more toxic. And then this one gives slow falling, because it also just kind of looks like mold particles. So each one of these are just kind of mold related somehow. And then in this place there are 4 chests, each one containing a different piece of armor. This one has the Moldy Tunic, Thorns 3, Brass Protection IV, Unbreaking 3, and Curse of Binding. This chest over here has the Moldy Pants, Thorns 3, Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, and Curse of Binding. And then there's just more pressure plates scattered around with potions, but over here is the 3rd chest with a Moldy Helm with Thorns 3, Projectile Protection 4, Unbreaking, and Curse of Binding. And then the last piece of the armor set is over here, the Moldy Boots with Feather Falling 4, Thorns 3, Fire Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, and Curse of Binding. So yeah, that's really it for the mountains. Next, we move on to the Pillager Outpost. After one more mountain. I forgot. Anyway, over here, we designated this place Allium Falls. I'm not sure if I've showed you this yet, but this is Allium Falls. It's kind of cool. It's more of like a, almost like a national park if you think about it like that. It's kind of like a landmark. But up here, behind this waterfall, is a cave filled with lushness. And in here, we have the Fountain of Youth. Hooray! The Cup of Youth, which is really just a regen potion, and a Totem of Undying. That's not really all. You see, if you press this button, I'm not going to, it will open this gravel, and behind it, there is a trial. If you can clear this, it's as easy as that. It's just a little bit of drip leaf parkour. You will get a good reward. 5 Totems of Undying, some potions, a mushroom, some moss stuff, and some bottles of enchanting. If you can make it across. Now on to the next part. Over here in the mountains over here, this is where the great bandit Martin lives. Nobody's ever found his house in the kingdom before because it is well hidden and tucked away. But there it is. I've heard that there's good loot in there. But there's also Martin, who has grown stronger in his time of solitude. And our next location we will go over is Fireflow Volcano. Now starting off here in Fireflow Volcano. We're going to make a trail up here eventually, but where are there phantoms? Ew, get out. Here, shoo. Gonna make a trail up here eventually, but starting off over here, we have the secret hot springs. Hot springs. Goats are not welcome. And just like the moldy cave, these hot springs have pressure plates that will give you healing effects. So this one gave me regeneration. This one also gave me regeneration. I thought I would have put a different one in there. This one down here gives me speed. And then this one over here gives you strength. So it's definitely worth coming over to these hot springs. Get some effects, heal up. See, look at how strong I am. Definitely worth coming over here. Now down to Fireflow Volcano. This place of decay and lava is not an easy task for an adventurer. In fact, it's quite the challenge. However, if you're brave enough to face its fiery depths, you may find yourself a reward. As you notice, amethyst. And this is the inside of Fireflow Volcano. There's some fire-resistant potions in here so the player doesn't die. And then here is the updated ruined portal structure. I'm going to put some loot in there eventually, but for right now it doesn't have any. And this single piece of blackstone has a lot of lore to it, actually. There's some magma cubes, blazes trapped in cages, an altar with a chest back here that will have a quest attached to it, and it has some good loot. And then, not much more over here. There's just some lava, fire, you know, the usual things you'd find in a volcano. However, what is this? However, there's a trail of amethyst, leading to where? Well, to right here. Behind this lava fall, you will find the next music disc. The Nether, a desolate landscape filled with hostility and fire that robs the surrounding air of oxygen. The king sent an exploration team into the Nether via the ruinous portal discovered in the nearby volcano. They never returned, and the portal left unused shattered into fragments. The only idea the kingdom had about the lost team was a single piece of blackstone that came through the portal one day. A mysterious snap pattern was carved onto all of its faces. And there is the next music disc. So, what's through this portal? Well, even I don't know yet. I need to build it. Fun. Oh, this project has taken me 3.5 months. So if you like it, please subscribe. Oh, and the way out. I forgot to mention the way out. The way in is not that difficult. You just use the vines. But the way out is kind of hidden. You could either use the fire-resistant potions and climb up the lava, or you come through this little like vent area. If you step on this pressure plate here, you get levitation and slow falling as if the smoke were erupting you out. And that is Fireflow Volcano. But now we move on to our last area of the day, of this video, the Pillager Outpost. Now, this Pillager Outpost is, of course, the updated version of the Pillager Outpost. There's pillager spawners everywhere, so don't take this place lightly. You'll need good gear to handle this place. Some fun little target practices, allies to free, mini bosses to fight, such as this guy right here. And of course the outpost itself. We go in here, this bottom room is more of an experimental thing. And so that should be fixed. This should not have a hole in it. There you go. It's more of the pillagers' experiments, more of like with redstone and some interesting things. Up in here, the second floor, more alleys to free. Chests with good loot, bookshelves, some more storage chests, an armor set that might help you or not, I don't know. But there is something including armor. A few goat horns here and there, some crossbows, more stuff, and instructions, and a map. A random map. Instructions by Pillager Leader. In the bottom floor of the outpost lies a button hidden in plain sight. This button leads to what brings us our power and immense might. I have instructed those below to protect it at any cost, for if it is discovered, we might take an unrecoverable loss. Now you may be thinking, what? There wasn't anything down there. Like, what do you mean? Well, there was. This button right here, I'll show you what happens when I push it. If I push the button, this piston will push this armor stand off of a pressure plate, which will open a door. If we go down in this door, we find something very interesting. Welcome to the Blazing Forge. Inspired by Minecraft Dungeons' Fiery Forge, I built this. This place is where the pillagers make, or the illagers make all of their weapons and armor. And is where they store all their weapons. So if we start at the, there's a lot to go over in here. If we start at the stairs, this place where they carry water, cool. There's some storage over here with some loot in it. Cool stuff. Over here, these are kind of what the workstation looks like. A furnace where they make everything, an armor stand. Some really good loot down here, but be prepared because there's going to be a lot of pillagers and vindicators and evokers and stuff down here. So up this ladder, kind of a hidden chest with some weird face I made on the wall. There's a lot of diamonds and stuff. If we go back down, we have another furnace with a diamond pickaxe and diamond axe, which you'll probably want. Over here we have coal. There's coal and the hole, which you aren't supposed to see. Anyway, there's nothing there. I was experimenting with redstone and it didn't work, so I covered it up. Like I do most of my problems. Anyway, over here, another furnace, another armor stand. This is kind of where they store their materials and mine some of their materials. It's kind of cool. Except for that shouldn't be there either. I don't know why that's there. Cave spider spawners, pickaxes, all the fun stuff, you know. No, so be prepared when you come down here, because disclosure, you might die. You might. Down here, more of like furnaces, storage, bookshelves, and enchanting table, that kind of stuff. In here is a little bit of a boss fight room. I'm going to be kind of quiet because you can actually hear some fun stuff. Ignore the gas sounds, but you can hear some fun stuff. Oh, there should be owls in here making noises, but there's not. It was supposed to sound creepy. Anyway, there is 5 witches and an evoker in here. And once you fall down here, you have to kill them all in order to get back out. Trust me. But over here, it's worth the reward. 4 totems and an emerald. And the way you get back out is actually kind of easy. You just flip the lever and it pushes out these stone blocks so that you can get back out. But yeah, it's kind of fun. Kind of a mini boss fight. It's kind of interesting. Now, this is why the Blazing Forge really gets its name. As a protection, this room holds 3 ghasts. And don't worry, I've basically gas-proofed all this room, so you probably, if you do get shot at, it won't blow up the whole room. So, you're welcome. Yeah, so you have to make your way through this room in survival, without being killed. It's fun. And down here is the real powerhouse of the Blazing Forge. Spawners everywhere. Gold, treasure. I need to put treasure in there. Anyway, there's so much good loot. They keep falling down here and it sucks and they're stupid. There's ancient debris down there if you really want it though. Also this minecart system which stopped working completely. Storage, furnaces everywhere, weapons, items, fun things. An evoker. More furnaces. Something interesting. More lava. Like, there's lava literally everywhere in here. Some copper gears on the side. Another furnace down there. And, oh, yeah, this place is heavily based off the Fiery Forge in Minecraft Dungeons, so you'll probably recognize some similarities. You go down here. This is one of my favorite rooms in the whole game. It's kind of like a Minecraft Dungeons themed thing. There's some storage. You wouldn't think much of this place at first. However, there's this lever. And if you flip this lever, let's just say there's some baddies back there who would be more than willing to kill you. So keep that in mind. There's a chest back there though. These guys could move out of my way. Chest with some really good loot, so you want to come in here. Netherite pickaxe, netherite axe, netherite sword, a crossbow with fire against things. That's my favorite weapon in Minecraft. Fireworks crossbow. Yeah, this room is something else. Oh God, the gas are so loud. Over here, you may notice this amethyst. If you go down here, it leads to this. One more music disc. On a night as dark as obsidian, the castle was burning. The leader of the villagers met with the king and the princess, and all was peaceful until it was not. While talking with the king, one of the pillager leader's soldiers' crossbows fired without him pulling the trigger. The arrow hit a candle on the nearby chandelier, and it tipped over, igniting the carpet. The castle burned an eerie orange. By the next day, most of it was ashes. This sparked a war between the kingdom of Arlux and the pillagers, as the king thought the deed was purposeful. The pillagers built an outpost and a weapons forge nearby the kingdom should the need for them ever arise. Yeah, the kingdom is called the Kingdom of Arlux. I thought that was fun. Anyway, more mining stuff. Cool. Diamonds down there. Cool. Right. Okay. But yeah, let's get out of here. I hate the gas noises. Well, guys, I thank you so much for watching. And the next video might take a while because this video took a very, very long time if you did not notice. But thank you for watching. And if you really like the video and you're excited for more content, be sure to like the video and subscribe to me and share this with other people so that it can grow and, well, just so that it can become more popular. Not me. I don't want to become popular. I actually don't like the attention very much, but I want I want people to play this world. That's what this whole thing is for. If nobody plays this world, then what am I doing? What have I spent countless hours of my life wasting away for? That is the real question. Until next time, thank you very much. Bye-bye.